art is Hey, what's up, Maplewood students? Good to see you guys. I know there's a lot of questions that need to be answered right now, so let me get to the business right now. Okay, first, what happened to my hair? Well, after doing that really cool haircut the other day, I had to get rid of the rest of it. I kept it for a few days and then it was like, alright, time to go. So, bye-bye haircut. Second, I'm wearing my Sweet Robin costume, but I lost my mask, so I had to just go with something I could find. I had my choices of these cool shutter shades, or, hold up, I could do this mask, but it was the wrong color. It's actually reversible, it has a different design. I was like, nah, looks too much like Macho Man Randy Savage. And so I was like, shutter shades, this is what I'm gonna roll with. Alright, coming to you today as Robin. Guys, art should look a little bit different today. This is gonna be the same intro that you see on all your video choices, but there are gonna be 3 video choices and you pick which one you wanna try. Alright, so good luck, have fun, I miss you guys. Alright, here you go. Alright, so for this project, you're going to go into Sketchbook and just open a blank paper. I'm going to shrink the paper down. The drawing tool that you want is the marker, maybe the 4th from the left at the top. Make it black and make it about as thick as a Sharpie line would be. I'm going to start drawing a robot, and the robot design is completely up to you. I'm going with a half circle head, and then I'm going to add some antennas on the top. Okay, so when I went on Google Images, I found 100 bajillion different designs and cool ideas for robots. And what I liked about using these was that you could pick up some of the features that you might like for your robot and kind of use those for inspiration. But I really don't want you to copy and paste someone else's robot design. If you want, just borrow the head from one example and a body from another example, the power button from a different example, the antenna, whatever. Okay, so you're going to start by drawing a robot. One of the most important things you can remember is with this Sharpie tool that kind of looks like a Sharpie, you want to make sure that your lines always connect, because I'm going to use the paint bucket tool to fill things in and make it go faster that way later. So I'm going to draw a body with a control panel on the chest and buttons inside, and I got to think about, how does my robot get around? Does she have a wheel on bottom? Does she have legs? Does she have rocket boosters on bottom? What kind of face does she have? 1 eye, 2 eyes, 3 eyes? It just really kind of depends on your preference for your robot. Zooming in and zooming out will make it so much easier to draw all of the details, and just do your very best and take your time. Next, when I begin adding some color, I'm going to pick out my colors and I'm going to use the paint bucket tool at the top. There are other options in the paint bucket tool, so you can create like a gradient that changes from white to purple, in my case, to black. And the more you experiment with it, the more fun it is to kind of figure out how that works. I'm using that in her body and her face. So I had to switch the colors a little bit inside of the gradient. I can switch away from the gradient and just do solid fill. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Didn't want to fill the background with black. Okay. One thing you should remember, use white and fill the insides of the eyes and stuff like the teeth if you're going to leave them white. If you want it to stay white, fill it with white because you'll need that for later steps. Arms, her skirt. Gonna add some color in her flames in a second. She is looking so cool. Just keep using the paint bucket tool. Become an expert on that. I'm so proud of my robot, and I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with. I bet yours are going to be even cooler than mine. You guys are so creative. After you've completely drawn your robot, I'm going to add a selfie into here. At the top of your screen, there's the two mountains with the plus sign. I'm going to add a selfie into here, adjust the size so it fits the screen, and click Done. Then on the right side, do you see how my selfie is on top of my robot? If I hold down on my robot and make her a ghost, then I can adjust her and put her on top of the selfie. At the top of my screen, there's a button that, oh, I'm going back to fill in my eyes. I forgot I already told you that. I made this mistake. You guys shouldn't make this mistake. Fix the eyes. At the top of the screen, you can see it right there. There's a button that has 4 arrows, an up, down, right, left arrow. And if I click on that arrows button, that'll let me change the size and location of my robot. So I'm going to click on the 4 arrows and adjust the size. And I like how she fits into my selfie like she's floating above my shoulder. Done. Then I can click on the 3 dots and 3 lines and save it in my gallery and send it to Mr. House in Seesaw. Ta-da! Guys, I hope you have had tons of fun doing these art projects. Remember, it's your choice this week. You pick which one you want to do.
Art is awesome! Yeah.